Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this morning's monthly service for the month of March, where we celebrate our founder, Ikigami Konko Daijin, as well as celebrating all the blessings from the Divine Parent, Ikigami Konko Daijin. Huh?
Oh, louder.
Oh, okay. Can you guys hear me now? Great, perfect. so we're here for the monthly service for the month of March, and also the service is for the people who've passed away, our loved ones who've passed away in the month of March as well. Thank you. And we'll also be celebrating Girls' Day as well. Thank you. I will now sing Shinjin no Michi on page 68 of your prayer book. Page 68. Can everyone please rise? Shinjin no Michi. We're going to sing the first verse in Japanese and then the next first verse in English. Page 68. May now be seated. Yes. Is he reading? The hands? Oh, if we could get a volunteer to turn on the fans. There's a little remote control in the back by the thermometer. If somebody could press the low button on that, that'd be great. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. Ichido Haide, 4 sincere claps together to our Divine Parent of the Universe. Please turn to page 2 for the mediation prayer. Page 2. Mediation prayer. Let us seek the sacred mediation of Ikigami Konko Daijin sincerely and wholeheartedly each and every day. May we receive the mediation anew with all our hearts and souls on this day, this very moment. Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama, Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama, Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama, Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama. Purification prayer. Through the way of mediation, may our sincere apologies be acceptable to you, our Divine Parent. We acknowledge our mistakes and misunderstandings, arrogance and ignorance of your divine favor. We apologize for all our shortcomings and irreverences from past generations. Guide us to amend our way of living, to reflect your divine will, with a pure, joyful, and loving heart, always one with you. Onusa Gyoji, purification rite, symbolic ritual to purify our hearts. Please bow your heads. Let us purify our hearts by letting go of our negative thoughts and emotions. Thank you. Let us wholeheartedly feel Kami-sama's blessings. Pastoral prayer, Saishu, Saishu, Sojo. This is the main prayer to our Divine Parent. Ichido, Keirei, let us all bow our heads in prayer.
Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama Tenchi Kane no Kami-sama. Through our divine mediator, Ikigami Konko Daijin, we pray to our divine parent of the universe, Tenchi Kane no Kami. Dear divine universal parent Kami, here in your sacred worship and mediation hall of the Konko Church of San Francisco, humbly offer the following main prayer for today's March 2023 monthly service and our Girls' Day Hinamatsuri celebration. With sincere hearts of gratitude, we come to worship you and our ancestral spirits this morning, in person and virtually, on this first Sunday in March. We also appreciate everyone with a physical birthday this month, as well as our own precious gift of life. Next Sunday, daylight saving time. We look forward to more sunlight at the end of each day. We are grateful to our founder, Konko Daijin, who illuminates our path each day through your meaningful teachings that help us open up our hearts and see the world through your broad vision instead of our narrow, human-centered, often self-centered eyes. Through Kami-sama's centered eyes, we are allowed to come close to you, discover and realize more of your blessings and unconditional love in our lives and throughout the world, throughout the universe, our eternal home. At this Girls' Day celebration, please allow all the girls and boys to grow up feeling loved, grow up healthy, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and cognitively, with love and kindness in their hearts. At this March monthly service, we also have deep gratitude for all the blessings that help support our lives, allow us to feel joy, at peace, vibrant, including challenged, so that we may grow and improve as human beings, and feel truly part of our eternal home with each other and all things here between heaven and earth. Today we offer our special prayers of appreciation for our loved ones, all your children, celebrating the blessing of life with a birthday this month. Yasmin Asmar, Grace Ayabe, Stephen Bertetta, Priscilla Carrillo, Dory Chan, Sherman Chan, James T. Chung, Candace Fukuda, Fumi Fukuda, Matthew Fukuda, Haruo Gentile, Marilee Gentile, Josh Hanna, Kenzo Hanna, Hideki Hara, Nina Imura, Kevin Kawahatsu, Sean Lang, Corey Matsuno, Reverend Edna Matsuoka, Mie Masumitsu, Leslie Okamoto, Akemi Perry, Aidan Ryu Perry, Nathan Siegel, Mikio Sugai, Harrison T. Techanov, Ed Telosa Jr., Roland Telosa, Sylvie Telosa, Lori Tsutsui, Manuel Wong, and Reverend Rodney Yano, and all others born this month of March. Divine Universal Parent Kami, we apologize for our mistakes, misunderstandings, irreverences, shortcomings, negative thoughts and emotions, and taking blessings for granted. We are sorry for the times we cause others and ourselves distress. Please guide all of us of the human race to be kind, patient, understanding, helpful, forgiving, and accepting of each other and ourselves. Please help us to be inspired and motivated to improve our way of life and each other's with sincerity, gratitude, kindness, compassion, and respect towards all on an individual, family, group, and nation-to-nation level. Despite the disagreements, conflicts, and wars going on throughout the world, may we realize we are one people, one world, all your beloved children, who all fit in and belong. We pray for all your children throughout the world suffering from losses due to various natural and man-made disasters, especially the ravages of war. May we have the strength to overcome challenges through finding you, Divine Parent Kami, for the first time, or taking the opportunity to re-engage with you, or deepen our faith and trust in you, to realize your unconditional love and infinite blessings. And with a sincere, joyful heart of gratitude, may we attain peace of mind. Divine Universal Parent Kami, please guide all the world leaders to make the best decisions for cooperation and peace throughout the world, and the health and safety for all your children. May we all do our parts to help each other and create a joyful, peaceful, loving, harmonious world of sincerity and gratitude, one with you. Hikigami Konko Daijin Sama Tenchi Kane no Kami-sama, through our divine mediator, to our divine parent of the universe, we thank you very deeply for all of our blessings. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Now it as you were. Saishu Tamagushi Hoten, offering of the sacred evergreen branch by the head officiating minister, a symbolic offering of our true hearts. Ichido tomoni haire, let us clap our hands 4 times together. Please turn to page 6 for the Tenchi Kakitsuke on page 6.
Recitation of Tenchi Kakitsuke together. Kigami Konko Daijin Tenchi Kane no Kami Shin ni Negae Okage wa waga kokoro ni ari Kongetsu konnichi de tanome. Pray sincerely with all your heart, be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within, hearts grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now and forever. On this very day, pray.
Please turn to page 7 for the adoration prayer, page 7. Adoration prayer. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above.
We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We bow our heads in prayer toward earth rich and deep, living amidst such gifts of Kami's great giving. How happy and grateful we are. The mediation of Ikigami Konko Daijin does not stop for a single day. The protection of the Divine Parent embraces all far and wide. The blessings of Kami flow without limit through all generations. The ways of Kami are mysterious and wondrous, beyond our understanding. Day by day, every day, earnestly and reverently, we praise the virtues of Kami. We honor the power of Kami.
Please turn to In Praise of Konko Daijin on page 8. In Praise of Konko Daijin, page 8. Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama. Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama. Reverently we invoke your name. You, our founder, practiced a true and diligent faith. You devoted yourself to Kami and were given blessings divine. Then a world opened before you, revealing the truth that Kami needs us as we need Kami. You accepted Kami's wish to give your life to mediation.
Thus the way of mediation of Ikigami Konko Daijin was born. Countless numbers were saved. People's burdens were lifted, and Kami too was fulfilled. The divine will was thus revealed. Kami thanked and praised you, Konko Daijin. Years passed and the world changed. Hardships came one after another, but you were steadfast in your faith and followed Kami without question. Finally it was revealed, the name of Tenchi Kane no Kami, and Tenchi Kane no Kami said, I send Ikigami Konko Daijin to bestow divine blessings and teach those who pray that Kami needs humanity as humanity needs Kami. With this great truth, Kami will flourish and prosperity be assured from generation to generation. You, our founder, served in mediation day and night, urging those who sought you to practice faith, receive blessings, and become one with Kami. You devoted yourself to fulfilling Kami's wish that everyone be saved and become a Kami. Kami praised you, Konko Daijin, for saving Kami and humanity. You completed the 100 days devotion and left this physical world on the day Kami said would be Konko Daijin Day. Humbly we give thanks to you for the way of mediation that has been handed down from generation to generation. Through your disciples and theirs in turn, the way has spread far and wide. We are given wondrous blessings and filled with endless divine favor. We reflect on your life with love and reverently praise your great virtue.
Please turn to page 17 for the prayer for peace on page 17. Prayer for peace. Through our divine mediator to the divine parent of the universe, let us pray. As precious as our own lives are, so are the lives of all. You embrace us with blessings, wanting us to help one another and live together in harmony. Yet when your wishes are ignored and selfish desires pursued, tears spread across the world. Your heart pains as people suffer, hurt by injustice, poverty, and war. Please accept our apologies as we strive to change our ways, to reflect your love in all we do. The peace of the world starts with peace in our hearts. Please grant us the courage and wisdom to see the goodness in all, to speak words of comfort and hope. Allow our actions to form a peaceful world, where each is respected and fulfilled. Through your virtue and guidance, we pray with hearts as one, for all to live in peace and harmony, for all to live as one. Ichido Haire, solemn acknowledgement, 4 sincere claps. Reizen ni Tenza, procession to the ancestral altar. Ichido Haire, solemn greetings to our Mitama ancestral spirits. 4 sincere claps. Please turn to page 12 for the Mitama prayer, page 12. Mitama prayer. Spirits of those who have gone before us, you were given the gift of life in this vast and endless universe. You discharge your duties faithfully, each according to your span of years. You will be remembered eternally, your lives retold from generation to generation, honored as the foundation of our society and the roots of our families. Through the mysterious workings of Kami, you enter the Konko faith. You walk the way of Konko Daijin, respecting the will of the Divine Parent. You have amassed great merit through your faith to take into the world beyond and leave to your descendants. Our gratitude is boundless for your loving favors. We revere you as the ancestral spirits of our homes, our own divine spirits. We beseech you, stand by us each and every one, receive the favor of Kami, and help us to fulfill our tasks as people without failing. Protect us, guide us, and enrich us, that we may never lose the way of faith, that we hand it down to all generations, that we may live in peace and prosperity within our homes. Protect us, guide us, and enrich us. 最終相乗 Main prayer for the memorial service to our ancestral spirits. Ichido, Keirei, let us all bow our heads in prayer.
御霊の神様、ありがとうございます。御霊の神様、お世話になります。Dear 御霊の神, divine and eternal Mitama ancestral spirits of our late Konko ministers, believers, family members, ancestors, and friends, we thank you for all you have done and continue to do for us, as well as all of you, Divine Universal Parent Kami's children in your spiritual form. On this winter morning, with spring fast approaching, we of the Konko Church of San Francisco have gathered together in person and virtually before your sacred Mitama ancestral altar to pray for your eternal peace and happiness. With this monthly memorial service, we join our hearts and voices to pray for all the Mitama ancestral spirits who are deified in the month of March and send our sincere message of love and gratitude. We celebrate as Shikinen, the special memorial year, the third year special memorial for Miss Peggy Nakahara Watterson no Mitama no Kami, the 10th year special memorial for Mr. Jerry Thompson no Mitama no Kami, the 10th year special memorial for Mr. Norio Uchida no Mitama no Kami, the 60th year special memorial for Mr. Yu Takamitani no Mitama no Kami, and the 60th year special memorial for Mr. Otozo Takayama no Mitama no Kami. We also honor the following Mitama no Kami as our divine ancestral spirits who were spiritually reborn in the month of March. Ushigoro Amano no Mitama, Roy Ashizawa no Mitama, Joyce Burr no Mitama, Kokichi Daikokuya no Mitama, Kazuichi Fujimoto no Mitama, Kamejiro Fukuda no Mitama, Esther C. Green no Mitama, Dorothy A. Hyde no Mitama, Morinosuke Kamikihara no Mitama, Seichi Clint Kasahara no Mitama, Natsue Katsuyama no Mitama, Ichiro Kawanabe no Mitama, Shunji Kikugawa no Mitama, Jimmy Koga no Mitama, Miyoko Koga no Mitama, Hana Kosaka no Mitama, James Kubota no Mitama, Richard Lee no Mitama, Hiro Makihara no Mitama, Nobu Makihara no Mitama, Tamie Matsumoto no Mitama, Ritsu Matsuzaki no Mitama, Jack Mizuhara no Mitama, Harumi Muranaga no Mitama, Yuki Muranaga no Mitama, Mitsuko Nakahara no Mitama, Akira Nishi no Mitama, Hiyoshiro Nishimura no Mitama, Reverend Aiko Oba no Mitama, Noreen Obayashi no Mitama, Tad Ono no Mitama, Tokuzo Riruta no Mitama, Akira Shintaku no Mitama, Mabel Takahashi Young no Mitama, Don Masatoshi Takakura no Mitama, Kata Takakura no Mitama, Toki Tatehara no Mitama, Mary Taylor no Mitama, Michael James Ueno no Mitama, Harry Shigeo Jiggs Yamada no Mitama, Yoshimi Yamaguchi no Mitama, Chiyoko Yokoyama no Mitama, Satoru Yonenaka no Mitama, Yoshi Yonenaka no Mitama, Santaro Yoshida no Mitama, and all the other Mitama ancestors with March spiritual birthdays, as well as the 47,000 plus lives in Turkey and Syria that have transitioned to their spiritual form. After our last monthly service in February, following the February 6th devastating earthquakes and aftershocks affecting those two countries, throughout the world we pray for the eternal peace and happiness of all lives lost and comfort and needed resources to all the survivors. Dear honorable ancestral spirits of Mitama no Kami, please accept the various offerings wholeheartedly placed before your altar as symbols of our gratitude. Also, please accept the sacred evergreen branches that we will offer to you today as symbols of our sincere hearts of love and respect. We thank you for all the risks you took and sacrifices you made to better your own lives, your future generations, support this church, the Konko faith, and or the community. Thank you for your continuous prayers, support, divine wisdom, and divine virtue, which you have accumulated and handed down to us and our descendants. Please guide us toward a joyful, meaningful life based on sincerity, faith in divine parent Kami, Ikigami Konko Daijin's eternal mediation, kindness and compassion. Dear divine Mitama ancestral spirits, we are grateful for your unwavering love, protection, and guidance. We welcome your lending us your spiritual strength for us to overcome the difficulties we face now and whatever occurs in the future. May you always be at eternal peace and happiness within the loving embrace of Kami-sama, our divine parent of the universe. Mitama no Kami-sama, arigatou gozaimasu. Mitama no Kami-sama, osewari narimasu. Dear Mitama no Kami, the eternal Mitama spirits of our late Konko ministers, believers, family members, ancestors, and friends, we thank you. We deeply, warmly, eternally thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Naorep, as you were. Saishu Tamagoshi Holden, offering of the sacred evergreen branch by the head minister. Offering of the sacred evergreen branches by the congregation. Will those with loved ones who have a spiritual birthday this month be among the first to offer? I guess we can come back.
遠く久しき滅地にまたなき命受けまして、うつそみの弱いの長き短きほどほどに追いますすために、いそしみたまいし人世の都はとわに残りて世の礎へ根ざしたウ次語り伝えて仰ぎ祭らんくすしき歓迎にしこむりたまいしみたまの神たちはやがみのみ心かしこみて生きがみの道たどりたまい先の世までも持ちてゆかれ子孫までも残る神徳罪たまい厚きみつくしみ大村しめたまいてあるはかたじけないことの極みにこそ今しみたま神たちの尊き宮とたたえ祭りつつ我が家の神我が神ともち月祭りてやるおみそなわし親神の神引き立てこむりたまいておのもみにそしとわし人とあるよろずの待つことなく務めしめたま信心の道迷わず失わず末の末まで教え伝えて矢のうち結びあわらぎ立ち栄ゆべく守り導き先はたまえ守り導き先はたまえ
Okay.
Okay.
一度入れ solemn acknowledgement, 4 sincere claps. Shinzen ni tenza, returning to the kami altar. Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing today? Happy Girls' Day to all the women and girls here today, and online as well. Before we begin, I'd like everyone to turn to page 73 of your prayer book, 73. Can everyone hear me just fine? Good? All right, great, perfect, thank you. We're going to read the Konko Faith, our creed. We're going to read this together. We believe in Tenchi Kane no Kami, the divine parent of the universe. Our founder, Konko Daijin, embraced Kami's revelations and as divine mediator answered the call to eternal mediation. Our continuing goal from moment to moment is to realize Kami within each of us. We are fulfilled through Kami. Kami is fulfilled through us. The happiness of everyone is Kami's greatest wish. We give thanks to Kami's blessings, mysterious, wondrous, and mundane. Blessings begin with our own hearts, hearts filled with harmony and joy. We pray wholeheartedly to Kami today and every day, trusting Kami as our loving parent, finding peace of mind. We live our faith in service to Kami, each other, and our world, nurturing and nurtured, mutually fulfilled. We revere those who have gone before us, spirits one with Kami, caring for us eternally. We respect and appreciate other paths taken by humanity towards spiritual fulfillment. I think it'd be better that way. You can see some expressions. All right. Good morning, everyone, again. Welcome to this morning's service, the monthly service. And so this morning's service, kind of like what I mentioned this morning, it's in honor and appreciation for all that we're blessed with in our daily life from a divine parent, and also through the mediation of the founder, Ikigami Konko Daijin. And also it's in memory of the people who passed away in the month of March. And so what I want to focus on today is something more on a simpler level of like, how do we incorporate faith into our everyday life? You know, our everyday life. Sometimes we think about faith when we come to church, or we come to a service, or come to a funeral, or some kind of other religious event is when we start focusing on faith, right, and how to incorporate that. But what I think what's more important, though, is our everyday, day-to-day, how do we incorporate faith into our daily life? And so one of those simpler things is simply just being mindful that we're blessed with so much opportunity, so much blessings in our life. And interestingly, though, you know, there's a teaching that goes from a founder: the more you practice faith, the more you start to realize that your past events and even the events that are going on now was all a blessing. Oh, that was a blessing in the past. Oh, this was a blessing too in the past. Even if it's 10, 20 years ago, we can still connect it with faith into our lives. And so that's what's important. It's about how do we incorporate faith thinking, faith perspective into our everyday life. And so sometimes, you know, we think of divine arrangement. Within the Konko faith, we think about divine arrangement fairly often. And so divine arrangement can occur even on the most simplest mundane scale to a even more grander life or death scale. And so one example was just a couple days ago. I was talking with a believer in the lobby, and we were talking about renkong. You know renkong? Lotus root. And we were talking about how eating lotus root is good for you and how it's healthy for you, and supposedly it's symbolic of being able to see into the future. It's like there's a symbolism with all those holes in the lotus root. And so a few minutes later, a church believer comes, rings the doorbell, and say, "Oh, I brought some lotus root for you." And I was just like mind blown. I was like, "We were just talking about that." And so it's really interesting how there's this random connection with the universe is listening in that way. With I just was mind blown. Even though it's something so minor, as a church member bringing renkon for me, it was delicious, by the way, too. Thank you very much. And another larger scale level of understanding divine arrangement in our life. One of my good friends in Hawaii, he had a skateboard accident way back when. I think it was 2020. He got a skateboard. One of those electric one-wheel skateboards. And so when you're a surfer in Hawaii, he was a real avid surfer, so he's real confident about, like, "Oh, I got this. I don't need pads. I don't need a helmet. I'll be all right." The thing is, it wasn't all right. So he went riding the next day after Christmas. And then I texted him and called him, no response. And I was like, that's strange. He usually calls right back or texts right back. And then a friend got back to me and said he got into a skateboard accident. And it was a major skateboard accident. So what happened was he slipped on those steel grates on you know, when they're doing construction. He slipped on that, and he fell and he hit his head. And it became a traumatic brain injury. And his brain was swelling. They had to do emergency surgery. It was life-threatening. And they just had a baby. And so it was like this whole, like, oh my goodness, like it's going down this slippery slope of unpredictable, scary future. And so we all prayed. That's all we can do. That's all we can do sometimes is just pray and focus our healing energy for the person to heal. And so that's all we did. Thankfully, day by day, he started getting better. Day by day, he couldn't move his legs or arms or anything at all because of the brain injury. He couldn't even touch it. And so we were like, oh no, he's going to be paralyzed on certain parts of his body. And so that was like, a dark place to be. But he's a strong, resilient guy. So he's like, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to heal. I'm going to be okay. And he was really diligent in his healing. Now he can walk around just fine. And he's back to work, surfs all the time. And he's back to normal after a couple of years. But it's so interesting how, everything came together in this most traumatic time. But what's also interesting is the divine arrangement was they found a brain cyst in his brain because of that traumatic brain injury. And it's like there would be no way to find out. There would be no way to know that there would be a brain cyst without having that traumatic injury. It's interesting how the universe kind of has these teaching moments for us through these most difficult times. We talked about it recently. I said, yeah, that was a blessing. It's the most difficult blessing in the world, but that was a blessing that we found that brain cyst and they were able to get it out. And then he had another follow-up surgery to get the rest of it out. And now he's just fine. No headaches, no nothing. And it's just, that's where, as people, as human beings, we have to see it to believe it. Sometimes we can't just believe randomly about something. We have to kind of experience something. We have to see it to believe it. And so seeing these blessings from people, some friends, from family, from church members as well, you guys gone through tremendous adversity, tremendous difficulties throughout your life, but I'm learning through every one. I'm sure each one of you here today are also learning from each other too about how faith can really make you resilient. That's what I see as the theme of what faith can do, is that it creates a sense of hope, peace of mind, and some resiliency. That Kami-sama will help you out. It may suck a lot, like it's just going to be bad at times, but sometimes we have to go through that to understand the bigger blessing. And I hope everyone here today can think about those times in their life where they've gone through very difficult times, very challenging times. There's a blessing behind it. There's something to learn from pretty much every single experience we have. Kami-sama gives us opportunities to learn, and it's whether we see those opportunities as an opportunity or we just brush it off and not learn anything from it. And it becomes a wasted opportunity of sorts. And so I hope everyone here today is, about thinking about practicing just a simple way of practicing faith in your life is just try to think about, I'm so blessed today. That's perfectly fine. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to have kids running around making noise. That's great, I like hearing the kids running around making noise because it's a sign for the future. It's a good thing. I'm really grateful that all the families came by today to celebrate Girls' Day. And so again, I want everyone to think about how to incorporate their life, or their faith into their life, their everyday life, just to think about their blessings and how blessed we really are. Thank you very much. And then I have a few announcements to make. Next week, on March 12th, we'll have a Sunday service and Konko faith discussion online. And then, excuse me. This is, on Sunday, next Sunday, we're going to have a Konko faith discussion and Sunday service. And following the service, Cub Scouts, Troop 58, Pack 58, we're going to go to Koma Cemetery to clean up the cemetery because there's a lot of forgotten corners of the cemetery that need a lot of tender loving care. And so the great thing is that these scouts, they're like worker ants. Even if they pick up a gallon of trash, if there's 30 of them, it's done in no time. And so it's really great that they're giving back to a lot of their roots because a lot of their families, their great grandparents are also there as well. And so they're giving back. So if anybody wants to join us on March 12th, we're going to go after the service around 1 o'clock to Koma Cemetery to help clean up the cemetery. And then on March 17, we're going to have a pre-Spring Memorial Cemetery service, and I'll be leading that service on March 17, Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. And that's where we visit each of our church members and church believers, family and friends, and we put a little tamagushi and a prayer in appreciation for all that they've done. And so if you'd like to attend this ceremony, please talk to me after the service. And so we need volunteers for our church cleanup on Sunday, March 18, Saturday, March 18, from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. It's when we prepare for the service by cleaning at the church hall. We need vacuuming, we need pew wiping. It's a goyo day. And what's goyo? Goyo is voluntary service and appreciation for all the blessings we receive. So it's a goyo day on March 18, Saturday. So please come by for that from 10 to 12. On Sunday, March 19, we're going to have our spring memorial service from 10 o'clock a.m. And also our new board member, Miss Michelle Kuruma, will be our guest speaker for that day from the Los Angeles church. On Sunday, March 26 is our spiritual culture event day. We're going to meet here at 9:45, and we're going to go to Cup C, Christ United Presbyterian Church next door. They're part of JARF. We're all good friends. We all get along with each other. Juan Sensei's good friends. Grace Sensei. We're going to go to March 26 to Cup C to attend their service at 10 o'clock a.m. And Pastor Reverend Dr. Grace Kawari Suzuki and their congregation will welcome us as Konko siblings. We're also welcome to bring individually wrapped snacks to share for refreshments together following the service. Masks are required, and a sign-up sheet is in the lobby, or feel free to contact church. We also need volunteers. It's going to be the Cherry Blossom Festival on April 8 and 9 and 15, 16. It's coming up real soon, in a month and a half from now. And we need help. We need volunteers. So I'm sure you received an email from Juan Sensei with the Google Sheet, sign-up sheet to volunteer for our tent. We're going to make imagawa yaki, which is pancakes filled with bean filling. Usually it's red bean filling, but this year we're going to go white bean filling because there's a red bean shortage going on in California. And so we're going to go with white bean filling. And so we need help for that. All kinds of different tasks and jobs on that sign-up sheet. Please contact me or talk to Juan Sensei so we can send you the Google link. Following the service, we're going to take pictures in front of the Hinamatsuri doll display. And we're grateful to Eiji-san for lending us the doll display, the Girls' Day doll display. And we also have a Boys' Day doll display as well, or Children's Day doll display as well. And please join us for light refreshments afterwards. And I will now give a brief talk. Oh, excuse me? Oh, okay. I apologize. There's one more announcement. For the Turkey-Syria Earthquake Relief Collection Drive. We're going to be collecting funds to donate to Doctors Without Borders. So if you'd like to donate through the church, please send a check made payable to Konko Church of San Francisco. Or you can use our PayPal account at kcsf1909@gmail.com. Please clearly state in the memo DWOB, or Doctors Without Borders. So our PayPal account is kcsf1909@gmail.com. kcsf1909@gmail.com. The deadline to donate is March 31st, 2023. And the church will also match donations. We'll match your donation of up to $1,000. So please contribute. Please help out. They need a lot of help up there. The thousands, like what Juan Sensei mentioned in the Saishi, 40,000 plus, 47,000 people have passed away as a tragedy of this natural disaster. And so if anybody can contribute any amount is fine. So please let us know. Thank you so much. I'll speak briefly about the origins of Hinamatsuri. So the beginning of March marks the advent of spring and the blossoming of the peach flower, which symbolizes immortality, fertility, and marital happiness. So Girls' Day, or Hinamatsuri in Japanese, is a day for families to celebrate their daughters' growth, happiness, and future well-being. Today, which was March 3rd, daughters dress in kimono, gather with friends and family, play games, and view the doll display to enjoy traditional Japanese foods, including hishimochi, hinaarare, sakura manju, and amazake. The day Hinamatsuri is celebrated has superstitious and symbolic meanings. The third day of the third month is a purification in the Japanese Shinto traditions. The number 3 is considered a holy number, symbolizing heaven and earth and humans, and the harmony between them. The Hinamatsuri's roots can be traced back to ancient Chinese customs where dolls were used as talismans to ward off evil spirits. In Japan, the dolls were used for purification purposes from as early as 3 BC. By the end of the Edo period, the time of the samurai, emphasis had shifted away from dolls as talismans to dolls as coveted objects. In the early 17th century, the Tokugawa family began the tradition of giving dolls as gifts and displaying them, as you see here. The prince and princesses of the Japanese emperor and empress. This is the empress and the emperor. The dolls are dressed in clothes of the style of the Heian period. The empress is clothed in multi-layered style of the time known as Junihito, or 12 layers of kimono. The colors red and blue can only be worn by royalty or by special permission of the royal family. The woman's makeup was very involved. Faces were whitened with heavy rice powder. This is rice powder from way back when. Some dolls have exaggerated high eyebrows and blackened teeth, which were signs of beauty. This empress has a thumbprint eyebrows, which a woman's thumbs were dipped into black makeup and then pressed onto the forehead. It also has a widow's peak drawn around the face. The court is made up of 3 female attendants, 5 court musicians, 2 ministers or samurai security guards, 1 young and 1 old, and 3 footmen. And the 3 footmen in the front have different expressions on their face, one of sadness, one of worry, and one of anger, worry, and happiness. And lastly, it said if the dolls are not put away by March 3rd, which we leave up till like March 12th, it says the girl's chances of getting married are jeopardized, is the superstition behind putting away these dolls. So if the families like to come up, I'm going to take a picture now. I think that'll be a good time to take a photo now. And then this origami in the front was made by Nihonmachi Little Friends. They came by on Friday, and so they graciously donated their Hinamatsuri origami set in appreciation for coming here to see this one. You guys want to take pictures, Maru? Maybe we can take it after. Afterwards would be fine. Yeah, great. Thank you. I will now sing Shining Shimmering Light on page 46. On page 46. Can everyone please rise?
With a heart caught up in doubt and worry, I face my life every morning, wanting to shine, but somehow holding back joy and fear, swear within my heart. Still I know, even one as small as I can run to someday find the shining, shimmering, brilliant light glowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high. We are all living in a world that embraces shining, shimmering, brilliant light, glowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high. For we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high. For we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives.
Please turn to the person next to you and around you and say thank you for being here today. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh. Thank you. Please turn to page 15 for the closing prayer. Page 15. Dear Divine Parent of the Universe, we are deeply grateful for the way of mediation. We offer heartfelt gratitude for your divine blessings, material and spiritual, temporal and eternal. We pray that your divine favor be granted to one and all, each and every day. Chido Haire, solemn acknowledgement, 4 sincere claps. Taige, recessional,